Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode. I am excited to be here again on both the podcast and on YouTube. So, today I am sharing my top 10 tips to eating healthier for better gut health. Our guts are literally our second brains. It's fact. Whatever you eat is going to affect your gut, and your gut speaks to your brain. It's just go look it up. It's true. I know it sounds weird, but it does speak to your brain, and what we're eating can really determine, obviously, our overall health, but also our mental health as well. So, that being said, and that being super important, let's start with what we are grateful for today. So, I typically like to start as many episodes as possible with 3 things that I am grateful for. And I just do it off the cuff. So I would just encourage you to think of 3 things that you are grateful for, say them out loud, write them down, do that with your kids, do that with your significant other, and just be grateful. So today I am grateful for the opportunity to have gone to my son's school to see his end of year reading presentation. It was so cute. He's in kindergarten, so it was great to see that happen. And with that, I am very thankful. This is one I say all the time. Very thankful for the flexibility I have as an online health and fitness coach, and now as a realtor, to have that flexibility to be with my kids as much as possible and be there for my husband as well. The third thing that I am super grateful for is, I don't know if I've announced it on the most recent episodes, but I am now a licensed Massachusetts real estate agent, part of the Realtor Association, and I am just super excited to have done that. It's something that I have wanted to do since I was 18. I remember distinctly in high school, I think I was a senior, when I job shadowed. So there was a day that we could job shadow anything we wanted. And my choice was, I job shadowed a real estate agent, a local one, and he is still an agent. And so that is what I decided to do. And here I am, 42 years old, been thinking about it since I was 18, and I have completed the testing. People keep asking, how hard was the testing? So in order to get licensed, you have to pass a state exam for whatever state you reside in, as well as an exam that's a federal exam. And they are both very difficult. So I would just encourage you that if that is something that you are looking to do, find a great real estate school. I did all of mine online, which is wonderful. The one I did, you had to be online, I think, for at least 20 to 25 hours where the training was live. And then the rest of it could be done on your own time with recorded classes. So definitely go for it if you have always wanted to do that, or if there's anything that you've always wanted to do, go for it. Why not? We only get one go around. And if you have something that God has placed on your heart as a passion of yours that you feel can impact others for him, then do that. And so I am just super excited to dive in, and I'm part of an unbelievable brokerage, SCE Real Estate in Douglas. And so I'm excited about that. All right. So your 3 things, make sure you write them down, talk about them each and every day. What are 3 things that you are thankful and grateful for? All right. So back to what this episode is about. It's about our gut health. So number 1, take notes, come back and listen later if you're driving and take some notes. But some of these are obvious and some of them might not be so obvious. So number 1, eat a variety of fruits and vegetables. You don't want to be eating the same thing all the time every day. You want a variety. So eating a variety of fruits and veggies ensures that you are getting great sources of vitamins and minerals and fiber, which is essential for your gut health, and making sure that you're having an abundance of variety. Make sure that you're not just having the same thing every day. You have a diverse, what's the word I'm looking for? Range of all of the minerals and the vitamins in those vegetables. Now, if you're saying, Melissa, I don't like vegetables and I'm not a big fruit eater because I don't like the sugar. Okay. It's natural sugar. it's going to be fine. If you're having 3 servings, typically 3 servings, depending on where you are on your journey, I have 3 servings of fruit each day. You can choose low glycemic fruit like berries, like strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. Green apples are low on the glycemic index. I'm not saying go eat watermelon has its benefits. So do bananas, and so do red apples. So does pineapple. So do grapes. But aim for some low glycemic choices so that you're not having the high sugar all the time. Even though it is natural sugar, it's best to have 1 serving, because I know if you're anything like me, I could legit, especially if I'm not drinking enough water, legit have an entire watermelon and be totally fine with it. But that's probably because I'm dehydrated and my body's craving the water. Or I could sit down. Especially when I was pregnant, I could sit down with a whole bag of grapes and eat the whole bag of grapes. So 1 cup is typically a serving, or 1 apple is a serving. Get some vitamin C in there, right? Having some oranges, something like that. Okay. So lots of variety. And with the vegetable piece, just think of different ways to cook them. All right. Most of the time, I will just throw them all in a pan with a yellow onion, saute with extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil. It's a great healthy fat. But I'll also use low sodium organic vegetable broth and water and just saute them. Or you can bake them, or you can roast them, or you can steam them. There's so many different ways. So if you're not a big vegetable eater, I just encourage you to just try different ways of eating your vegetables, getting those in. All right. You want to include probiotics and fermented foods in your diet. So probiotics and fermented foods like yogurt, if you don't have issues with dairy. That's a side note. I can't have dairy. It causes me inflammation. So look for yogurt alternatives as long as the ingredients are good in there. Kefir, again, kimchi, sauerkraut. I put sauerkraut. I get the brand called Kraut, and I just put that on my salad. Sometimes I'll just put it on avocado toast, and I get sourdough bread. So, all right, that's a little bit there. So make sure you're getting pre and probiotics. They contain live microorganisms. If you don't know this, they contain live microorganisms that can help improve your gut health. All right. So you want to limit processed foods. This one should be pretty obvious, but processed foods are often high in added sugars, sodium, unhealthy fats, and additives and preservatives. And a lot of them lack the fiber that's essential to make sure that you aren't getting constipated and stuff like that. So they can cause digestive issues. Now, if you're like, but Melissa, you drink Shakeology every day and that's processed. You are correct, my friend. But Shakeology, the reason why I chose it 11 years ago now is because it is processed minimally so that the ingredients in there are not thwarted. So they're not, the risk of losing the integrity of those ingredients is very low. And it doesn't have preservatives, it doesn't have artificial sweeteners, it doesn't have artificial anything. There's no stimulants, no nothing in there. It's made up of 70 different superfoods, like I said, that are processed minimally so that the integrity of those ingredients is not lost. And that you can't necessarily say that about all the different meal replacements. This is a meal replacement too. It's high in protein. So some people call it a protein shake, but it's way more than that. And so for me, for the past 11 years, it's been an amazing addition to my daily routines. Sometimes I have it for breakfast. Sometimes I'll have it as a post-workout snack, especially since I now know through research and studying and getting certifications that women especially need to be having our body weight in grams of protein. So if you are 25 pounds or more away from a healthy body weight, you can go by the grams of your healthy goal. And I want to stress the word healthy goal so that you are not say you weigh 200 pounds right now, and you're looking to weigh what you weighed when you were a senior in high school, and you want to weigh 120 pounds. That's probably not a healthy weight. So that's what I'm saying. You would want to eat more protein than 120. Your healthy goal might be something like 160. All right. So take that as your grams that you're going to eat each day. So if your goal is 160 and you have over 25 pounds to lose to be a healthy weight, not to fit into skinny jeans and look good, even though that's fun, it's about feeling great. So you would want to eat the 160 grams of protein. All right. And always this, as usual, this is not medical advice. This is not to help you cure a disease or any kind of illness. This is not prescriptive information. I am just sharing with you what I have learned through different certifications and what has been and has worked for me. So there's my disclaimer. All right. The fourth tip is to eat more fiber. So obviously fiber acts as a prebiotic, which it supports the growth of that beneficial bacteria in your gut. So eating a high fiber diet can help prevent the constipation. Oh, that's my dog shaking off. It can help prevent the constipation and improve your gut health. All right. So that was number 4. Number 5. Choose whole foods. So eating a whole food diet containing whole grains, healthy fats, nuts, seeds, especially women, okay? So that you can sync your workouts with your cycle. You should also try syncing your nutrition with your cycle. And there's a such thing as seed cycling. So I teach all of this in my groups that I coach people through. So I have a 50, my computer keeps buzzing. 57 simple coaching group where I also teach about sync cycling. So if that's something that interests you, you just let me know. You can comment below or shoot me an email. My email address that you can use is gettingitback4good@gmail.com. That's gettingitback4good@gmail.com. And I can talk to you about the sync cycling and how all that works. But we shouldn't be eliminating food groups. Okay. So no eliminating food groups. We need all of the food groups to keep our hormones healthy. All right. So the nuts and the seeds and the healthy fats really help with your gut health. So number 6 is stay hydrated. You hear it all the time, but drinking enough water can help you stay hydrated and maintain proper digestion. It helps to push things out. And so, not to get TMI here, but you don't want things coming out too hard. Obviously, you want it to be smooth. And what helps is drinking enough water. So preventing that constipation, preventing the bloating and other digestive issues is important. So increase your water intake. And please don't be adding all of the fake sweeteners to your water. Add some good stuff to your water. You can add frozen fruit. You can put fruit in some ice trays and create ice cubes with frozen fruit in them. Lemon, lime. The one from Beachbody that I love is Hydrate. There's nothing artificial in there. The energy drink that we have that has nothing artificial. It's hard to find a no artificial energy drink or hydration drink, but our Energize is amazing. I have links for all of that in the show notes. So make sure you go check that out. But absolutely important to make sure that you are eating enough water. Words are hard today. That you are drinking enough water and that you're not putting bad stuff in your water. If you follow me on Instagram, I made a reel the other day. On Instagram, I'm at melissa.hadley, fit with MS. I made a video about how I used to have sucralose all the time. Sucralose is Splenda, just in case you didn't know. It's the technical term for the yellow packet of Splenda. And I used to have it all the time. And it's just so, so bad for you. And so a lot of these drinks out there, including a lot of meal replacements / protein shakes, have the artificial sweeteners that will give people different side effects, like migraines, like gastro issues, like neurological issues. So you just have to be careful and be aware of what you're consuming. And if you're okay with that stuff, that's totally your call. It's your body. You do what you want. but just be aware of what you are putting in your body. So number 7, we're almost at the end, limit high fat and fried foods. Another obvious one. So eating the foods that are high fat, not the healthy fats like avocados, but like your fried foods. It can make it difficult for your stomach to digest them and cause bloat, and then your overall gut health gets disturbed. Number 8, avoiding sugary drinks. So avoiding high sugar drinks like soda or sweet tea and juice, like that can help decrease inflammation when you are eliminating those from your diet. So obviously, when you get rid of inflammation, you can improve your overall gut health. Number 9 is eat mindfully. So eating mindfully means that you're paying attention to what you're eating, and it helps regulate your food intake. And what I also mean by that is making sure that you are chewing your food. So especially if you're always on the run, you're on the go. I used to do wedding photography a lot. And the woman that I used to shoot with, we would like have to race to get done because they'd give us, the vendors, our food last. And therefore, by the time we got our food, like it was time for the first dance, or it was time for the cake cutting, and we had to jump up. And so we used to have to eat so quick. What I'm telling you is you're probably busy too, and might be on a time constraint. And so shoveling that food in, you might not even notice that you're doing it, but now that you are aware, you might notice. Make sure that the bite that's in your mouth is fully chewed and swallowed prior to putting the next bite in your mouth. All right. Sounds silly, but now be aware, and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm doing that. I'm eating another bite before I'm even done with what's in my mouth. Another way to make sure that you're helping your digestion is to drink 8 ounces of water first. And that's not necessarily to fill you up so you don't eat as much. It's to prime your digestive system so that when your food enters it, it's ready to take it on and digest it properly. And it helps you make sure that you're chewing your food properly, because you're not going to just swig it back with a gulp of water. Chew it completely first and then swallow. Okay. There's that. And number 10 is to manage stress. So there's a lot of studies out there that show that stress can obviously adversely affect your gut health. And practicing those stress reducing techniques, such as going for a walk or doing a devotional or whatever floats your boat, to decrease that stress is going to be important, because like I said, that gut health and that it's your second brain to obviously your first brain. So make sure that you're doing those things. Another thing that I was reading recently was that NSAIDs can really disrupt your gut health. So if you're popping a Tylenol or Advil or whatever NSAID, it doesn't matter which one, because you're getting migraines all the time, or you have a headache. You might have a headache because you're dehydrated. You might have a headache because your gut health needs to improve. Again, not medical advice. If you must take it, then take it. Do what your doctor says, but also just start thinking, maybe it's my gut health and maybe I need to work on that a little bit. Whatever it is, this is just so that you are aware of what could be causing it and taking steps to fix it. All right. Because the goal is to be our best for those who need us the most. Right. So that is it for today, everybody. Thank you for joining in the conversation. I would love it if you shared this episode with somebody who you think would need it. Share this on YouTube, share this or like it, comment, whatever. Leave me a review. Those reviews, those comments, those likes, all of that helps the algorithm and helps others receive the message. And that's the whole goal, is to help you feel better. So until next week, my friend, connect with others with a simple smile, a hug, or a high five. And remember to be well, be kind, and find the happy in the everyday. Have a great day.